I never considered myself a fan of horror or the paranormal. I always approached such things with skepticism. But what happened to me a few days ago changed everything I thought I knew about reality. It all started on an ordinary evening. I was taking a walk in the park near my house. It was quiet, deserted, late enough that most people had already gone home. The flickering streetlights cast strange shadows, but I didn't pay much attention. And then I saw it. A small black USB drive lying right there on the pavement, as if someone had just dropped it. I bent down, picked it up, and examined it. Just a regular flash drive, no brand, no labels, nothing to indicate who it belonged to. I should have just left it there. But curiosity got the better of me. When I got home, I plugged it into my laptop. There was only one file. A video. I clicked on it. The footage showed a dark room. Someone was standing in the corner, but the lighting was too poor to make out their face. They were swaying back and forth, as if in a trance. And then they suddenly turned toward the camera. I flinched. Their face was blurred, as if it had been erased. But the most terrifying thing was the eyes, black voids, oozing darkness. The figure slowly raised a hand and pointed directly at me. The video cut to black. I slammed my laptop shut, my heart pounding. What the hell was that? Whose USB drive was this? And then my laptop screen flickered back to life on its own. The video restarted. But this time, the camera was showing my bedroom. I froze. My breath caught in my throat as I stared at the screen. The video was now showing me my own bedroom, my own desk, the very laptop I was using. But I wasn't holding a camera. The footage was grainy, like it was being recorded from some hidden surveillance feed. My chair was empty, but the camera was angled toward the door. And then, the door creaked open. A figure stepped inside. Tall. Slender. Its face was wrong, blurred and shifting, like a distorted image struggling to take shape. But the eyes. Those black, hollow pits were fixed on the camera. On me. I whipped around, expecting to see it standing behind me in real life. But my room was empty. The door was still closed. I turned back to the laptop. The figure in the video was now closer to the camera. I slammed the lid shut. My hands were shaking. I didn't know what to do. I pulled the USB drive out and threw it across the room. My rational mind told me it was just some sick joke, maybe a prank someone had set up. But deep inside, something felt wrong. And then my phone buzzed. I grabbed it, almost dropping it from my sweaty palms. Unknown caller. I hesitated. Every instinct screamed at me not to answer. But before I could decide, my screen glitched, and the call connected on its own. At first, there was only silence. Then, a voice. Low. Hollow. Almost inhuman. You saw it. I nearly dropped the phone. The voice continued. Now it sees you. The call cut out. And then, from across the room where I had thrown the USB drive, came a click. The laptop screen turned on by itself. The video was playing again. This time, the camera was right behind me. I didn't dare turn around. My body felt paralyzed, my skin crawling with the overwhelming sensation that something was standing right behind me. The video on my laptop continued playing. The camera angle was from directly over my shoulder, as if someone was leaning in close, so close I should have felt their breath on my neck. But I felt nothing. And then, in the reflection of my laptop screen, I saw it. A figure. Tall, its body flickering like a bad signal. Its eyes, those endless black voids, were locked onto mine. I couldn't scream. My voice wouldn't come out. Then, the lights flickered. The air in the room grew heavy. The screen glitched violently, and suddenly, the video cut to black. For a moment, everything was silent. Then, a new message appeared on the screen. Let me in. I lunged forward and slammed my laptop shut. My breathing was erratic, my pulse hammering in my ears. This wasn't real. It couldn't be. It had to be some elaborate trick. But then knock. A slow, deliberate knock at my bedroom door. Not my front door. My bedroom door. The one I knew for a fact had been closed. I stared at the handle, my mind racing. My apartment was locked. No one else was here. Another knock. And then, The handle started to turn. I scrambled backward, nearly knocking over my chair. My breath came in short, ragged gasps as I watched the door handle slowly twist. This isn't happening. This isn't real. But the sound of the creaking door begged to differ. It opened an inch. Then another. The darkness beyond my bedroom seemed to stretch, like a gaping void. I couldn't see anything, but I felt something. Something was standing there. Watching. Waiting. Then a whisper. Low. Hollow. Coming from the doorway. Let me in. I grabbed the nearest object, a lamp, and hurled it at the door. The impact sent a loud crash echoing through the room, but when I looked again, the door was closed. Had it ever opened? My mind was spinning. I felt like I was losing my grip on reality. My chest was tight, my breath uneven. Then, my phone buzzed. I didn't want to look. I didn't want to touch it. But my hand moved on its own, trembling as I lifted the screen. A new notification. One new video. I swallowed hard. My fingers hovered over the screen before I finally tapped it. The video was dark. The screen flickered with static before slowly coming into focus. A hallway. My hallway. The camera was moving, no, someone was holding it. Walking toward my bedroom door. My stomach turned to ice. The video wasn't from earlier. It wasn't from my laptop. It was happening right now. And then, the doorknob started to turn again. I couldn't breathe. My entire body locked up as I watched the doorknob slowly twist. In the video, the person holding the camera or thing was right outside my room. The screen flickered with static, but I could still make out the slow, deliberate movements. The door creaked open on the video. And at that exact moment, the real door in front of me began to open as well. I lost it. I grabbed my laptop, my phone, anything within reach, and hurled it at the door. The force of my panic-fueled attack sent my laptop crashing to the floor, the screen splintering on impact. The door slammed shut. Silence. For a long moment, all I could hear was the pounding of my own heartbeat. My breath came in short, uneven gasps. I looked at my phone again. The video had stopped. The screen now displayed a single line of text. I am inside. I dropped the phone. No. No, that was impossible. The door was closed. I forced myself to move, to reach out and touch the doorknob. Ice cold. My entire apartment felt wrong, like something had shifted. Like I was somewhere else entirely. And then, just beyond my peripheral vision, a shadow moved. Not outside the door. Inside the room.